Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
The Ethics of Robotic Police, RoboCop Edition. When RoboCop was released in theaters in 1987, robotic police officers were nothing more than a science fiction fantasy. But today, futuristic enforcers are already being put in place and will only grow more common as technology advances. Are these law enforcing cyborgs ethical? Let's take a look at the film RoboCop to find out. Welcome to a dystopian Detroit, where high crime rates lead the police to cut an expensive deal for robotic backup with a private corporation called Omni Consumer Products. When the first full robot prototype blasts a board member to smithereens in a conference room, OCP goes to Plan B, bringing a murdered police officer back to life as the silver cyborg we now lovingly know as RoboCop. While current technology is clearly not yet able to resurrect the dead as cyborgs, robotic police enforcement is becoming a reality. Say hello to the Dubai police robot, currently patrolling malls in, you guessed it, Dubai. With these Phase 1 humanoids, civilians can ask questions and report crimes to begin investigations with the police. And that's not all. In Russia, an android has been developed that can drive a car and shoot guns. Merge this Dubai mall cop with Russian combat robotics and you've got yourself a modern-day RoboCop. So, is a future robo-ridden society a bad thing? Let's first take a look at the idea of accountability. With police shootings on the rise, would robotic officers be more precise in their execution of the law? Or is a human element required for proper law enforcement? In this iconic hostage scene in RoboCop, our hero fires a bullet through a female hostage's skirt in order to hit the attacker that holds her. While this is an impressive display of precision technology, it also begs the question of how much risk artificial intelligence is willing to take in these dangerous scenarios. If the programming malfunctions, like an iPad on the fritz, will its aim always be so dress-piercingly accurate? There's no doubt that accountability is a growing concern amongst law enforcement. Thanks to mandatory dashboard and vest cameras, hopefully we humans feel a tad more confident that the law is being appropriately enforced. But if a robotic officer accidentally shoots a civilian, who is held accountable? In California, a security robot ran into a toddler, causing visible wounds to the child's body. Sure, no one died, but does the potential for dangerous malfunctioning outweigh the benefits? Should we give automated enforcers free rein to patrol our world? A little bit further in the film, we're presented with another ethical dilemma pertaining to program directives. What are program directives? Well, popular science fiction writer Isaac Asimov once put forth his 3 laws of robotics, which consist of: Number 1, a robot may not harm a human being, or through an action allow a human being to come to harm. Number 2, a robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Number 3, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. These rules could serve as excellent guidelines should the prospect of fully automated robotic police officers become a reality. When RoboCop discovers that Omni's CEO is corrupt and attempts to arrest him, a secretly programmed Directive 4 causes him to shut down, as he discovers that he is not permitted to arrest a senior officer of the company. The corrupt CEO reminds our hero that he's not a typical police officer, he's a f***ing RoboCop. This begs the question of how privatized interests may compromise ethical law enforcement. Issues like these can already be seen at work in the prison industrial complex, where privatized companies make fortunes off filling prisons with petty criminals and outfitting facilities with specialized personnel and technology. When a law enforcement officer is also a profitable product, who polices the police? Digging into the cyborg element of RoboCop, when our hero's human brain is fused with a robotic body, a whole other can of worms is opened. RoboCop starts having flashbacks to his previous life as Officer Murphy, which in turn incites a vengeful mission to capture the criminals who killed him. This is where the line behind human and cyborg become blurred, and the ethics of identity and artificial intelligence come into play. Is RoboCop a person or a product? To us, he's both, a hybrid stuck between 2 distinct identities. But regardless of whether future cyborg officers have a human brain or a computer brain, they must be treated with the same level of responsibility and accountability as human police. So, are robotic police officers ethical? We say no, for now. Until the technology is adequately developed and new laws for robotic accountability are put into place, it's far too soon for us to be putting our trust and weapons in the hands of artificial intelligence, cyborg or not. Even a heroic character like RoboCop made some questionable decisions. No matter how many rules and ethical guidelines we may program into our cybernetic defenders, there's always the chance for human corruption to override the system. For now, the ethical route should be to focus on accountability protocols for our human police force. What do you think? Are robotic police officers ethical? Comment below, click subscribe, and we'll see you soon.